My name is Margot Neuhaus. This place is our place we come for. It's a house in the country, and it's also my studio. We moved here because my husband and I were taking a walk one day, and in the woods. We were outdoors and a little weekend getaway kind of thing, and I kept crying, tears, not because what I kept thinking is having a large studio in the country. It was a really deep desire, and I told my husband that if I died without having done that in my life, it would be a significant regret. I started doing my artwork started with sculpture, with wood and stone, carving, assembling, and then I went to paper, and then I went to photography. And I'm doing paper, meaning acrylics and watercolors, and now I'm doing primarily at this stage I'm doing acrylics with canvas. It's the first time I worked in canvas. This used to be a garage, and all we did was we put drywall and painted it. That's all we did to it. The building is the same. Right now, there's an air conditioner here, and also a saw, because we're going to install the air conditioner in the house. Oh!
What's that music?
This is for the woodpeckers. They're listening to NPR. No kidding. It's just so that to keep them entertained and so that they go away. I've been doing paper works on paper with acrylic and watercolor. Before that, with Japanese ink. And then more recently, this is at the end of last year. I felt the need to do much bigger work. It feels like I had an awful lot that needed to come out in a big way. And the paper was not enough. The paper was 22 by 30. That's most of what I worked on. And so I never worked on canvas, and I thought, why not? And then I looked for sizes, and there were some sizes that were 60 inches by 18. And that felt right. This is one of a series, and it's called Outcry.
Why?
I think it's I look for a title, but I think what it is that I'm crying out. I'm crying out. It's on all levels. I think about what's going on in the world, in the States, and also the aspects of my own life. And it has to do with injustice. It has to do with the refugees. It has to do with discrimination, the Muslim people, violence. My personal story is that my parents were Holocaust survivors. And so I lost most of my family in the Holocaust. That's enough. I don't have to say any more about why, Outcry and how they were affected and how that affected me.
What about, I notice over here, so we've got layers, you've selected certain colors. Was there a purpose in the layers and the colors? Or is this more of just a process that happens without you thinking about it?
I can't really think about it ahead of time much. It doesn't work well if I think about it. When I am here, I have a sense of what I want to do, and I felt like getting a brush that was about that thick and putting in red ink and red paint. If you notice, it's like there's a certain pain you know, these things are dripping. You could think of it as blood or just kind of or not, but it's a, I'm telling you what it was for me as I did it. You know, other people may interpret it differently. So,
Yeah. So what do we got here? It's amazing.
well, most of them do, I think there might be one who has a different name, but they're all the series of Outcry. Some of it, when I see it sometimes, I mean, as I'm seeing it, I mean, there's pain there. So it feels to me there's some pain, you know, and there's a lot. Sometimes when I'm painting, the words come to me as the human condition. One of my discoveries while doing this series is that there's beauty in all this, I mean, in the suffering and the difficult moments, at least I'm talking about the painting, when I'm doing stuff that has to do with outcry, you know, I see there's beauty there too. I'm straightening it, trying to straighten it up. Sometimes it's hard to straighten it out, and I think it has to do with the fact that I've painted so some of the places shrink, and but it's not a uniform thing. Get some gloves. You really have to have gloves on because some of this stuff is pretty toxic. That's why I also have long sleeves. I love the color. That's the other part. I love the colors. I love to work with color. So, I want a diluted, it's all pretty much intuitive, and I feel like having something diluted here. So that's the beginning, and now I feel like I need thicker. And this is some of what the effect that you saw before.
What do you think?
I'll see.